Hey, hi.
Hi, how
How
are
are you?
you?
Same question. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How is quarantine treating you?
Pretty well. How are you doing with all of this going on?
I'm doing good. I feel like we had like a nice glimpse of hope last night at the Emmys, with
Right.
Regina King and Zendaya and everything. So that was a nice thing on everything that's been happening.
Yes, for sure, for sure.
hmm
Yeah, it was a really beautiful night what they did last night.
Yeah, I was super excited. I was like watching everything on the edge of my seat.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good TV and things out right now, and all of the people that were nominated last night and that won were super amazing. I've watched countless amount of shows and movies, so I was really really excited for all the winners.
Yeah. What have you been up to in quarantine?
You know what? I have been staying low key, just like everybody, honestly.
Yeah.
Other than that, recording music and just like auditioning. Yeah.
So auditions and stuff are they working back up to getting back to production? Like, I feel like everything is so up in the air right now?
Yeah, auditions are, every project seems to be like a little different with their
hmm
approach to how they're like going back to work. But it's starting to pick back up, and production teams are kind of changing, obviously, the dynamic in the environment in which they work in. So it's
Yeah.
a little different. I have some friends that are working right now, and they say they have to do a COVID test like every 2 days.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and obviously that their teams and the movie or show that they're on wants them to like stay confined as much as possible. So there's a lot
Yeah.
of changes going on with
hmm
that life.
Right, for sure. But, to talk a little bit about you, I know you were on Empire, which was one of the biggest shows like ever in Fox on Fox and won so many awards. And now after 6 seasons, that's kind of done. What has that transition been like for you?
It's hard to say because right when I was done, COVID hit. So
Okay.
it's a little strange.
hmm
Um, one of the biggest like accomplishments and milestones of my life, finishing, such a long series, as you said. It's a
hmm
second series. It was when COVID hit, it was kind of like, wait, what? Like, because I was ready to get into so many things.
Yeah.
It's just kind of been like a reset, and I've honestly just taken this time to just go ahead and just reset myself and
Mhm.
kind of catch up on me and things like that. And then auditioning started picking up a couple months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And I know music is also something that you're really passionate about. You played a singer on the show, and I know that you have like two singles that you've released this year. Is that right?
Yes.
Mr. Lover, that I really like that one.
Thank
I
you.
like I love that one a lot. And then you have a single coming up with Rick Ross, right?
I do. What? Yes, girl. Yeah, I do have a single coming out with Rick Ross. It's called "Tell Me About Myself." That song is it's one of my favorites. It's everyone who I let hear it loves it,
Okay.
honestly. And the other song that I released is "I Miss You" with Black Youngster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So, are you expecting to release like a full project this year, or you don't know yet? Or are you still trying to figure everything out?
I definitely want to release a project. It might be next year.
hmm
Just with how everything works out with releasing music and things like
Yeah.
that. But I'm super excited. It'll be my
hmm
first time releasing a full body of work. So
Yeah.
I don't want to rush it, and I'm taking this opportunity to really perfect it.
hmm I feel like people are so excited for that because they did get to see like your talent on Empire, but to kind of see that 180 and how you're putting your own spin on things is really cool. Like listening to your music, like I feel like I get the R&B like late night driving driving down the city vibes, like,
yes.
like, okay, I'm like, is that what you're going for? Like, what kind of music can we expect on the album? Because I feel like those are the vibes I got, like cruising down the city late night, like little Janet,
right,
you know,
yes. Those are definitely, oh my gosh, yes, exactly. Okay. It's definitely, you know, more of what I really go through. A lot of the stories that I'm telling and things that I'm singing about or mm-hmm. things I've been through or thought about.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of my inspirations do tend to be like Janet and the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
With the sound, like sonically, and also I'm taking an approach to doing like some more Prince vibe pop.
Yeah, okay, I could definitely see that.
Yeah, thank you. So that's another sound that I'm going mm-hmm. for. So yeah, it's definitely cruising, you know, mm-hmm. and a couple songs that'll make you dance for sure.
Okay, perfect. So I know we have like Rick Ross, and you said you've collaborated with Black Youngsta. Is there anybody else that you want to collaborate with, or any other eyes we can maybe expect on the project? When I saw you dance, honestly, I was like, oh, you and Chris Brown, like, I need to see some type of like battle.
I know. Oh, look, no. Battle. He's such an inspiration, dude. He's like, to work with too. Just to see him mm-hmm. in his element is really like icing on the cake for me. Mm-hmm. But for sure, I would love to do a record with Chris. And there's some other like people that we kind of want to be on the project. Mm-hmm. And those people are kind of people like Chris. I really want to see if there's a song that JB can get on, Justin Bieber.
Mm-hmm. That would be dope.
Right?
That would be really dope. Yeah.
and there's some more artists. We've talked about country artists. Mm-hmm. I really want my project to be not only R&B, but very, you know, like pop R&B, and just to feel the vibe. I don't want to be in a box, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, definitely. Absolutely. Was this something that you always like grew up doing, acting and singing and dancing, or did you kind of have to learn to do that? I feel like everybody who is super amazing at that is like born with it, but you know.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I have been, well, okay, so it kind of happened like dance was first, because my mom mm-hmm. said just always dance around the house in her heels. So she put me in dance at like 4 or 5, ballet.
Okay.
And then I started writing songs at like 9. Mm-hmm. And then acting came around that time too, like 9.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like something I've just always wanted to do. My mom said, I looked at the TV and said I wanted to be on it. So
mm-hmm.
that's what it
So when you were writing songs at 9, do you remember like what you were writing about?
I was definitely writing gospel music.
Okay.
I grew up in church.
Okay.
Christian background. And I was writing gospel songs at mm-hmm. 9 years old. Yes.
Wow. The talent. Like, I can't. So, would you say that Empire was like your first really big job, or had you have done some smaller things leading up to Empire?
Empire is definitely my first big job.
Mm-hmm.
In high school, I did a lot of print work,
mm-hmm.
and then some after high school, so some commercials and things like that. But Empire was my first big theatrical job that I have ever done. Yes.
Yeah. How did that come about?
With Empire, one of my good friends, he kind of recommended that I audition for the part for Tiana.
Mm-hmm.
This is like probably a year after I graduated from high school. Yeah. So I was 19 or 18. I think I was already 19 when I auditioned.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he sent me the information to the casting director, and then I went ahead on and rehearsed my lines, and like I think I auditioned like 3 days later after he told me about it. So it was a pretty quick process. It felt really long because I was just like waiting on like all of these results. Like, what do they think? What do they think? But it was like a week long, and then like the next week I flew to Chicago.
Wow.
I know.
That's such a whirlwind.
Random and
like such a whirlwind experience. What is the thing you miss most about the show?
Oh man, I miss playing dress up with Tiana.
Yeah.
She always had like amazing clothes. I feel like next to Cookie, Tiana got to play.
I could agree with that for sure. Right? Yeah.
Wardrobe. The other thing I miss is just the camaraderie and like being around, you know, other artists and things like that. I feel like right now I just miss human interaction.
For sure, yeah.
And when it comes to like art, it's really nice to be in the room with other artists and just see how they move and how they break down their script and things like that. I remember early on I would just stay after I rapped. I would stay after at work and just watch Terrence and Taraji work, and it's just so inspiring because they figure it out too. So it was really, really nice to do that. So I think that those are some of the things I really miss about being on Empire.
Yeah, and I know a bunch of people miss the show too. Like, has anybody said anything about like an Empire movie or some type of spinoff? Like, has there been any talk about that?
Yes, so I heard. No.
Okay.
They did release that Taraji was going to be doing a spinoff on Cookie. I'm not sure about any more details other than, you know, basically the article I read. Yeah. But I know that they are doing a Cookie spinoff. Okay.
That would be cool. That would be great. Yeah. Hopefully when quarantine ends, you know, we can see what's going on with that. Okay, so when I think I talked to Jacob, your boo, like maybe a few months ago, and he was telling me about like when he first met you, he had to come correct. He was like, I'm not talking to Serayah because I'm not going to waste her time if, you know, he was very like, it was super cute, super funny. What was your first impression of him?
I thought he was a nice guy. Honestly, our head spaces were like totally different when we met, I think, because when we met, we were at the BET Awards, and that was my first year going to the BET Awards. Now, Jacob has been to the BET Awards before, so I was kind of just like freaking out. It's my first year going. I'm performing with Empire. It's a lot at once. Yeah. I'm figuring out this whole landscape. Where's my seat? Excuse me. So I literally was like looking for my seat, and I was like, oh, excuse me. Oh, hey, like, because we have mutual friends. So I was like, hey, you know, how are you? And he's like, oh, hey, nice to finally meet you face to face. And I was like, okay, I'm trying to look for my seat. It was like I was just all over the place. He was a really nice guy, to answer your question, but that's all I got.
And I know you guys have collaborated together. Do you plan on maybe doing some more things together? Like I don't really know if I guess he dances, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you guys, could we see like some potential collaborations in the future between the two of you?
Probably. I can't say yes or no. There's nothing really in line right now.
Yeah.
But I can say probably. I feel like we are very tight knit when it comes to like creative things, and we kind of bounce ideas off of each other. And yeah, I mean, the dance thing is like inevitable. So I'm surprised. I'm surprised we haven't danced.
Yeah.
Kind of weird that I'm like, I just thought about that. Like, wait, we haven't danced yet?
Right. I feel like that's like what people would want to see the most. Besides, like, what do they do together all the time? Right. You know, that kind of stuff.
Something dope. Yeah, it would have to be super, super dope. But if we have a song or an opportunity, for sure.
And I feel like with quarantine, it's really like, especially people in general, it's been a kind of make it or break it type thing. And you guys have always displayed like such a positivity of like Black love and a healthy relationship. What do you think are some of the keys to that?
Honestly, I just say it's so cliche. I just say communication and I say communication and just being open-minded. I think a big thing for any couple or people that are trying to, you know, be together.
Yeah.
It's just really about having an open mind to someone else's point of view, you know, because we all grow up and kind of accumulate our own sense of self and what the world is supposed to be and what we want our world to be. And we might like a lot of things about a person, but we may not agree on everything. And I think it's just finding that sweet spot of like agreeing to disagree on some things. Obviously, they're deal breakers, but
yeah,
you know, I think that's just the best way because like we're very like like right now I haven't seen him in probably 2 months, so it's like things like that. Being long distance in the industry that we're in, it's just really important to just be like have communication, open communication, and open-mindedness. So being able to talk about anything. Yeah,
I didn't even realize that you may not. You know, I think is he in Chicago right now?
No, he's actually, I don't know if I can say it, but he's filming a movie right now.
Oh my gosh, that's exciting. That's so dope. And I didn't even ask you like where you are in the world right now.
I'm in Atlanta right now.
I'm in Atlanta too.
Really?
Yes. The weather's been good today, right?
Yeah, it's actually cooled down. I was just talking to my mom, like it did a dramatic switch.
Yes.
We are definitely headed towards fall.
100%. I'm so ready. Yes. It was a hot summer. Like
it was so hot and sticky.
And it was unbearable. And if you don't have a pool and you're not God's favorite, like you were just out here hot.
No, for real. Just hot. Just take another shower. That's
and then quarantine, just being like stuck in the house too. Like I'm ready for some colder weather. But
I know, me too.
Yeah. But that's awesome. I had no idea that you were here. That's so cool. So what are some movies or like TV shows that you've been watching while you've been in quarantine?
Ooh, I have watched, what did I watch? I've been watching so much. I finished up on You, the second season.
I love You.
Did you watch You?
I do. That's a good one.
I just finished watching, I binge watched P-Valley. Have you watched P-Valley?
I've seen half of the season. So maybe like the first 5 episodes. I haven't seen the last 5 yet.
I just seen someone put P-Valley. Yes. Like, my friend got me and she's like, girl, we got to watch this show. It's so ratchet, but it's so good.
Yeah, it's really good. I really
I was like, okay. And we sat there and watched the whole first season. I was like, this is so good.
Yeah.
What else have I watched? I've been watching some throwbacks that Netflix has had on, like Girlfriends. I know me and my cousin are watching Moesha.
Yeah, I'm watching Sister right now.
Sister is one they have up there too.
Yeah, I think after Sister, then I'm gonna try to watch Girlfriends.
Yeah, for sure. Catch up on both. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I've just been bouncing all around. And quarantine has been way longer than I thought it was going to be. So I probably watched something like 4 months ago or 5 months ago.
Right, exactly.
Right now. Yeah, I literally was like 2 weeks to like 6 months. I was like, wait, what? What's going on? But yeah.
So you have some of the sweetest fans, and I asked them to send me questions. So they sent me a bunch of questions that they want me to ask you.
Okay.
So before I let you go, I'm just gonna pick some of the good ones out. They were all good, but I'm just gonna pick out some of the fun ones.
Yeah.
So somebody wanted to know what are some successful steps to become an actress.
I think. Okay. Well. Definitely, I would say take classes if you can. If you can't, because I wasn't always able to take classes either.
Yeah.
A good thing to do, well, thank God we have YouTube now and like Amazon to deliver us books and stuff. So I would definitely get like some acting theory books. There's so many. There's one by Michael Woodrow that I really, really love. And I would say study the art of it, and also, you know, like practice monologues. Like find a monologue that's good for you, that you think would fit you, and like really practice it. And that's something that I did just starting out. And if you can get into classes are really good, because they break your shell a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I know I was starting off with kind of like just me and the teacher. And I kind of got into classes, and I liked it because it gave me that being around my peers vibe. And I think that really worked for me, is breaking that barrier and really being able to perform on cue. So I think that's a really big one, is obviously practicing your craft. Another thing I would say is get out and see who you know, who knows who. A big thing of the business is who knows who, right? It's about who you know. So I would just say do some networking if you can safely, and with legitimate things, because there's always something that portrays Hollywood.
Right.
So be careful about what you're going to. But definitely, if you're old enough, network and see if, you know, this person, it's like 6 degrees of separation. So someone always knows someone, and it's always good to start wherever you can. So practice your craft, network, and just stay committed.
Perfect. That is such good advice. So whoever asked that question got you just got some really good advice right now. So I hope you took notes on everything she just said.
Yes.
Somebody asked, what is your favorite place that you've traveled to?
Ooh. I love water. So one of my favorite places I've traveled to has to be Trinidad.
I haven't been, but that sounds so nice right now.
Barbados. Both of them were so amazing. Very similar, but different.
Yeah.
But I mean, the beaches, the water, the people, the food, the street food, the culture.
Yeah.
Everything. Amazing.
That sounds like a dream.
Yeah.
Perfect. Someone else asked, well, I know, okay. Somebody asked what your skincare routine is, but I do know that you have a YouTube channel and you did show your nighttime routine. So that was like a little plug. So maybe there's some skincare in there if you go check out her YouTube channel.
Yes, absolutely. Check out my YouTube channel. And I definitely have some things on my IGTV as well. But what's crazy is I was just about to film an updated skin routine. So be on the lookout for that.
Perfect.
I have changed a little bit. The weather is starting to change, and so does the products for me. So I am definitely filming that this week. So be on the lookout for the new skincare routine. Yes.
Make sure you guys subscribe to her channel. Yes. And someone asked, what is the truest thing about your zodiac sign?
Everything. No,
what is your zodiac sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Gemini. Okay.
What are you?
I'm an Aries.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I would say the truest thing about my Gemini sign. I would say just being being flip-floppy, meaning people think it's like you turn into like 2 different people, like you're like, you know, like you have a mental, like, no, it's not like that. It's not. People take it so crazy. Yeah. It's basically like we're just very like internal, and like we think a lot. That's a thing. And I feel like everyone thinks a lot, but we probably show it more outwardly. So a thought comes, and then we're like, you're like, what's wrong? What happened? What's going on? Yeah. And like nothing, it's just down. And then it fluctuates like that. So I think that would be probably one of the truest things about my sign that I can relate to. And ghosting people who I don't like.
I didn't know that was a Gemini trait. That's really funny.
I feel like it should be an everyone trait.
Right.
I don't know. I just read that a lot about Geminis. I don't know if it's like seriously true, but it's definitely a stereotype.
I feel like Gemini, like all the Geminis I know, are like the life of the party. Would people say that about you? Like I think
so. I think so. I think, yeah. Geminis, we definitely do like to have fun, and I like everyone around me to have fun as well.
Yeah. Every Gemini I know is like, it's time to turn up. Like we're turning up. And for our last question, it is a sweet question. Somebody said, what is your favorite thing about Jacob?
Oh,
cue the awes in the comments.
I know. My favorite thing. I would say my favorite thing. His selflessness. He's just not selfish at all. Like at all. And it's not like, it's just a natural thing. I think it's just who he is. And I think that is such an amazing, quality and trait to have, especially as a man. Because
okay.
Many men are selfish.
For sure.
I feel like we all are selfish in a way.
Yeah, definitely.
And then that's healthy, but definitely I would say selflessness.
That's so nice. So nice. Well, thank you so much, Serayah. It was so good talking to you today.
Thank you for having me.
Tell everybody where they can find you at and how they can keep updated on everything that you're doing.
Okay, so pretty much it's Serayah across the board, at Serayah, Serayah. My Snapchat is Serayah Love, and my website is www.serayah.love. And that's it.
Come on website, and make sure you guys subscribe to her YouTube channel and be on the lookout for that single with Rick Ross coming out super soon. I can't wait.
Thank you
super
so
excited.
much.
Yes, I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Where is the buzz? You said was mine.